All right. Hey, everybody. Hey, hey, hey. Glad you came back. Check me out. So, today we're going to be talking about my input. Just add my 2 little cents on this T.I. and Tiny situation, this drama that they got going on. And if you have been under a rock and you don't know what's going on, let me just fill you in. Looks like this young lady, Mrs. Sabrina Patterson. Let's see here. Let's get on over and see what we can do. Okay, so it's just that. Okay. Miss Patterson. This is not what I wanted. Pretty much she is it looks like it got let me just go back for 1 second here. Let me just go back um to this whole thing real quick. Let's just talk about it. I've been trying to follow via social media, and so let me try to break this thing down for y'all. What's going on is uh Sabrina Patterson, she look, I'm just messing all up. Chad have been on here for 2 minutes and ain't said nothing. Okay. Let me take a deep breath and take a sip of this Pepsi, and then I'm gonna get this together here. Okay. Took a good of that good old Pepsi. Now, this what we're talking about. T.I. and Tana drama. And what the drama is, Miss Keisha Lance Bottom, from what I can see, gave T.I. some sort of position dealing with former gang members or something along those lines. Miss Sabrina Patterson had an issue with that, so she took to her social media and pretty much wrote and said that T.I. shouldn't be representing them. Nothing in reference to, reforming violence, gangsters, whatever, because he put a gun to her head. So then it just went on a social media frenzy from there, because she went from there to asking people to pretty much, you see, just currently interviewing all victims. Yeah. So she wanted to do that because she started outing stories about these girls that supposedly had a situation with T.I. and Tiny as a couple. I don't know if you guys can read this here. It's a lot of mess, and I have heard it so many times I kind of don't even want to read it. But um here we go. I'm gonna start with this one over here. It says, "Oh my God, you're super strong for this. Back in 2013-14, I used to chill with Tip and Tiny. They had this guy, Brandon, who was always around. He was weird to me, but I never said nor did anything about it. One day, Tiny hit me up, which was weird because usually it was to She asked me to come over and to bring overnight clothes. Oh, so this must be from one of the victims that she called herself putting up. Bring overnight clothes. I went and they immediately started having me drink. Like I barely could even sit my stuff down through the door. I felt weird. I felt weirded out instantly. This is making my ass hurt, Chad. Trying to read this mess. It's so little. She got weirded out instantly. They paid me every time, so I tried to just act normal. Mm, okay, so pretty much she was calling herself posting receipts. Um, uh, from what she was calling victims. Um, um, and pretty much, long story short, they ended up saying some on was fake pages, all of this and that. I had saw some online saying that um and see here's the headline from Hollywood Unlocked. Uh what it was talking about is he supposed to have put the gun to her head. But I mean, come to find out, Chad, it's been 15 years ago. And I read that I'm trying to um see where the initial situation came from, where she said something to where she said something to what's the name? But I can't find it right now. But anyways, so she ended up going to take a lie detector test. You see that? See, and then she ended up child posting the results saying, I guess that she was trying to prove that she was not lying. Tia had came out in response to the whole situation. And let's just hear
Hey,
that.
so as y'all could probably guess or imagine, it's been extremely difficult for me to remain quiet uh, in 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 light of all the things that have transpired and all of the egregious allegations that's been tossed around about me and my wife. But it's a reason for that, and I don't mind sharing it. You see, if a person does not have any right to criminally or civilly have you in court, they have no right. The best thing they could do is get you for a defamation suit, drag you in court, make you pay their legal bills to get you in court. Now, I mean, at this point, man, it's at the point where that don't even matter to me no more. Okay, but that's the motive, that's the strategy, that's the intention. Say a whole bunch of false stuff about you, that get people to believe and make them come out and say they're a liar, they're a liar, they're a liar. And then they can say, see, they call me a liar. That's defamation. Then they drag you in court, get you under oath and all that. Because unfortunately, right now, it doesn't matter as much what they can prove you did. It matters what you can prove you didn't. You know what I mean? And that's just an unfortunate place that our society has made it to. But I want to be clear about one thing. Women who have been victimized deserve to be heard. Women, Black women in particular, should be supported, protected, defended, and uplifted. However, evil has no gender. People with evil intentions have no gender. A threat comes in all shapes and sizes. I would never treat a woman the same way I would treat a threat. All right? So I think that has to be distinguished. First and foremost, I want to say my wife is a beautiful person. with an amazing spirit and a kind heart. She's a devoted mother, and she has a humble soul. She don't deserve it. She don't deserve it. Now, what we're not gonna do is open up the door to my bedroom, as you shouldn't have to either. Open up the door to my bedroom for everybody to come in, chime in, and make their opinions about what we do and don't do or should or shouldn't do. But I will say this: whatever we ever have done has been done with consensual adults who into what we into and like what we like. If we want something, we know exactly where to go to get it. We ain't never forced nobody. We ain't never drugged nobody against their will. We ain't never held nobody against their will. We ain't never made nobody do anything. We ain't never trafficked anything. Well, sexually trafficked anything. I ain't never raped nobody. Never raped nobody. Also, I'm gonna tell you what's factual. Tell you what's factual. There have been fake stories put up that blog sites anonymously sent to this person. Blog sites anonymously sent fake stories to this person, and the person posted it as though it was a victim, that they were sure that it was a victim and it has been victimized. And what this does is it dismantles the mechanism that women have created for themselves. You can't weaponize something with baseless claims. These are not stories of actual events. They're not. And I have proof of that. And that's why I said it. I have proof of that. I have proof of people who have gone on live with this person and they later said, man, I just wanted some clout. That's why I can't believe they actually posted this shit. I just wanted some clout. So this is what we're dealing with, man. This is what we're dealing with. And also, I pose you a question. How you gonna be a victim and an attacker at the same time? How are you being victimized if you are violently attacking someone? Women who have been victimized deserve to be heard. They deserve to feel comfortable and confident. They deserve to feel supported. And that's supposed to get them to a place where they can show their face and say, this is what happened to me. This is who did it. And so the necessary steps can follow. This is not that. This is not that. I also want you to know it's evil at play. I'm talking about evil. I'm talking like, evil. And there's been a history. We've had a history in dealing with the particular individual.
Okay, so that's all we're gonna hear of that. But pretty much y'all heard T.I. He was coming out saying that this is not that situation. I hear a lot of people comparing it to the R. Kelly situation, the Bill Cosby situation, and my honest opinion is that is not what we're dealing with here. We're talking about these people that this girl is talking about with T.I. now. They were willing participants. At no point did he force feed them any drugs. He might have said, okay, you want to take these drugs? You know what I'm saying? You want to take these drugs? Da, 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 da. You could have said no. You could have said no. Nobody made you do the drugs. I mean, point blank period. And I feel like you came over there. You knew what time it was. You knew how they get down. I mean, you know what they into. Just like he said, I mean, people know what they into. You understand what I'm saying? And they want something, they know exactly what they can get, what they want, what they looking for. And that's what they've been doing. I feel like she's trying to drag the situation with Keisha giving T.I. the position or the recognition or whatever it was that exactly she gave him. I don't know. But Sabrina got pissed with it. And now she's bringing up all this other stuff. If you want to keep it on you and you just want to tell your story, nobody have an issue with you just telling your story. T.I. put a gun to my head. Okay, T.I. put a gun to your head. That's your story for the tale. But now you're trying to drag all this other stuff up in there. Oh, he make women take drugs. They is having threesomes and this and that. Third. So what if they having threesomes? Who gives a damn if they having threesomes? As long as they grown and long as you ain't talking about no churn or nothing like that, then I don't have no issue with it. I really, really don't. To be honest with you, I really, really don't. Let me see. So we're gonna go back on her real quick and her lie detector test that she went and pulled up. Let me see if we can get zoom in. We can't get no closer with that. Well, I mean, hey, bunch of mess if you ask me. I mean, one thing don't have nothing to do with the other. I mean, you all on your social media talking about something you currently interviewing victims. You the police now. So that's what you are. You the police. Okay. Miss Crime Stopper Sabrina. That's what she is. She's the Crime Stopper now. And I'm not trying to take nothing away from her and her experience of what happens to her. That's your experience, and it is for you to tell. That he put a gun to your head 15 years ago. But in my opinion, it seems like the position that Keisha was trying to give him in reference to is reformed gangsters, reformed, keyword, reformed. Yeah, so those are people that they're trying to target. People that pull guns and put guns to people's head, but they don't want to do that no more. You understand what I'm saying? They don't want to do that no more. So considering that he put a gun to your head 15 years ago, and we ain't heard about him putting a gun to nobody else's head. I mean, perhaps she gave the job to the right person, a reformed gangster, to head up the reformed gangsters unit. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. Do you want it? You want the position? Because I have heard all types of blogs, reports, and they didn't have a lot of nice stuff to say about you either. They say you a scammer. That's what I heard, Shaq. Want me? Because I don't know you. I'm just going off what's on the internet. I say you scamming people. I mean, Shakana said that you had a threesome with T.I. and Tiny yourself. So, I mean, is you upset? Because they don't want you to come back and do that no more? You know, you don't get the $3,000 because that's what I heard that he was giving up per girl, $3,000. And I mean, so I don't know. And they said, that they like to frequent strip clubs, and that's where they typically pick their women up from, or women come from the strip clubs, the different strip clubs. And nothing against strippers at all, but the ones that I know, they will take some drugs, like some party drugs, certain things. To me, you know how they say sex, drugs, rock and roll, because they said all those things go together. And that's how I'm kind of feeling with this situation and with this story: sex, drugs, rock and roll. Because at the end of the day, if they did not want to be in that situation, they could have left. See, I ain't gonna hold nobody. Him or his hand ain't gonna hold nobody against that will, baby. They too big of celebrities for that. They've built too much for themselves for that. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. They ain't holding nobody against their will. They ain't force feed nobody no darn drugs. Come on. You talk about Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby was slipping drugs into women's drinks without them knowing. That's what made what Bill Cosby did wrong. Slipping them the drugs without them knowing. What made R. Kelly's situation wrong is they were underage girls that he was having relationships with, sexual relationships with. I guess I should say allegedly for all of this, but but that is what made that situation wrong. The Weinsteins, all of that. Weinstein, he was wrong because he was making the women do that in order to get like positions and roles and jobs and stuff. So that made that wrong. For real. CI is biting women over, offering them typically party drugs, ecstasy, Molly, cocaine. He's invited them to a party type atmosphere because you're about to have a sexual escapade with T.I. and Tiny, and you are aware of that when you go over there. One of the girls, they said, I was listening to the recording. I see she took all her little stuff off her Instagram page when I went on there, but they say, I had listened to a recording on Sabrina's page the other day, and it said the girl was saying how she went over there and they were saying that you had to do the Molly and the Coke and the Molly and the Coke and the ecstasy, or you had to go. And see, that sealed the deal for me, because if they saying you got to do it or you got to go, you still got a choice. You don't have to do it. You could go, but you opted to stay so that you could have that whatever experience you were trying to receive from there. And I do believe some of them may have gone a little further than they initially wanted to go, but you knew it was going to be on some wild, crazy shit. You knew that when you went there. And that's the point blank period of it all. When they offered you drugs, you could have left. You could have said, no, I'm not into that. I don't want no parts of that. They had the one girl that said he asked her to put cocaine on the head of his penis. And she told him no. She said no, she ain't want to do that. That particular girl. Then so I'm assuming that didn't happen. So my whole point is, don't do what you don't want to do. And all money ain't good money. My mama said that to me back in the day. You know what I'm saying? All money ain't good money. And you have to decide what you are willing to do for money. Period. You have to decide that. How far are you willing to go for some money? I mean, so that was that. Let's just take one. Let me see if I can find. Trying to see if I can find something else. I don't even know if it's gonna let me. I don't think it's gonna let me do another tab, but we're gonna go over here for a second. Come on back. I guess that's This is the last thing I'm gonna say about this. And this is for Shakana. Shakana, don't take up for nobody else, please. Just don't. Just don't. Because, you know, while in reality, I understand the girls are adults, but it just, you talking about recruiting girls and all of that stuff. Oh, and you call it snapping at Sabrina, talking about, well, what they say about you, and you used to recruit the girls for them and all this and that. That's just too much. We just need to just let that go. Just let that go. Don't take up for anybody without receiving legal counsel first when you have something as serious as this. Because when you look at the headlines, they're saying sex trafficking, they're saying raping women, they're saying a lot of things that you don't want your name to be caught up in anyway. In any way, nobody wants their name to be tied to some foolishness like that. Come on now. Girl, just sit down. It's okay to let some things fly past you. You gotta let some things fly past you, baby. Rob Kardashian. I guess he told us, didn't he? He told us a long time ago, didn't he? When Blac Chyna used to go over there. Well, that's all I'm gonna say about that there. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for listening. And I'll see you guys next video.